How has life changed for you and the camp and your family and the team since you won the title in Salt Lake?
It's changed gradually, you know, because I've been winning now for a long time. I've lost a fight in 8 years, but as far as obviously more people noticing you, more red carpet moments. Financially, it's changed, and but apart from that, it's got the same people around me, same team around me. Still training in the UK, and so yeah, it's all good.
Before your fight with Leon, a lot of the conversation was all these records and everything, and you always kind of no-sold it. You said, that's not my focus. Has that changed at all? Like, is the focus on beating Leon? Is it getting the belt back? Or what is the focus this camp?
No, that was never my focus, which is why I feel a lot of people are saying, oh, well, the way you handled it this way or that way. And, you know, I don't care. It was, I've been over 300 wrestling matches before to where you might get beat this weekend, but guess what? You got another one next weekend. You got to be able to get yourself back up for that. And I've been doing that for a long, long time. So, you know, the focus is the same as it always is each and every time. I go in there to dominate. I go in there to win. That has never changed. And with my preparation, I try to make sure that always happens.
What do you make of Kamaru? Like, he's done a lot of media this week specifically saying, like, you know, he was winning that whole fight. And he still doesn't see anything that you present that shows you're the better fighter outside of, like, you know, kicking him in the head.
Oh, God. I think if you get knocked out like that, he has to find something to clutch onto, right? He needs to build that confidence back up, because going into it, he thought he could never be taken down, he could never be hurt or knocked out, and so I think he has to find something to clutch onto, and that's what he was winning the fight, but who cares? Like I said, it goes down as you getting out cold headshot, you know, and that's all that matters. And when it's all said and done, winners win, you know. And even on my worst day, my worst performance, I'll still knock you out. So winners win, like I say.
So going off of that, does it bother you that he's above you still in the pound-for-pound rankings?
No, I don't really follow the rankings, the stats, so it is what it is. You know, like, I've been underdog in some fights, I've been favorites in some fights, and either way I won. You know, I haven't lost a fight in 8 years, and it is what it is.
Given how the last fight was playing out up until the end, how much did you have, or if anything, do you have to change in camp or preparation or game plan, given you, like, a few minutes later, you most likely would have had your hand raised?
Well, for one, keep your damn hands up so you don't get kicked in the head. That's important. But it's, you know, it's been from the beginning of my career to where I am now. If you watch the way that I fight and you've seen all my performances, how much more do I need to change? I've been blessed with coaches that know how to get to me, that know how to just give me directions to where what I'm doing, what I've been doing is working. I go so hard in training camps and preparing for these fights to where I have that much of a gap on everybody just because of how much I prepare. So, you know, this camp was basically correcting, you know, little mistakes that I made in the fight. That was the sole purpose of it. And, you know, Saturday, once I go out there and I correct those mistakes, I mean, how's the loss happen?
So then my last question is, what does the headline read? How do you see this fight playing out, the trilogy fight against Kamaru Usman?
Just making it into a mixed martial arts fight, you know. Being back home, using the crowd energy to spur me on, and just going out there and just show off, and that's my aim this fight. You know, just show my abilities and just perform to the best of my abilities. You know, and like I said, I've never lost in the UK. I always draw the energies from being around my friends, my family, and it's gonna be a great performance, you know.
Then also, given how the last fight was playing out, do you think fans outside of the UK, do you think they view Leon as the champion, or do they see like the 20-something minutes of that fight and then the one moment at the end, and they still consider you the better fighter between the two?
I can't say that he has the belt, so, you know, by definition, he's called the champion. He's the champion. I don't know. That's for them to decide. I don't know how people view him. But between him and I, we know. And so I can't really speak for everybody else, but he is the champion because he has that belt. But Saturday, I'm going to go take that off of him, and that's truly my focus. I mean, he landed a beautiful kick. It's beautiful. I mean, I watched the shit because obviously they show it a million times. That was the only damn highlight from him they could show in that fight, but they show it a million times, and I'm just like, he's a beautiful kick. I mean, just the recoil and everything. I'm a fan of it.
So going off of that last one for me, we've all seen the video clip of immediately after you're backstage and you look at the camera and you say, like, congratulations, Rocky, see you soon. So did you have to mentally reset, or is it right back into, like, I got to prepare for Leon Edwards right away again?
I've just been trained that way. You could be in the first wrestling match of the national tournament and get pinned. Well, now you got 7 more or however many more coming back in order to be able to get on that awards podium. And so I'm just wired that way.
Kamaru?
As soon as we got to that hospital, I was just like, damn, okay, let's get ready for the next one. And so, yeah, it was a beautiful technique, great win from him, but it's time for me to go in there and get violent.